Well, welcome back again. So we're back at the Sydney Hot Rod Show. So this is part 2. Take the opportunity to go and have a look at the other one. So many cars, so many bikes, so much to see at this event. Starting straight off with a classic Chev. No end to the amount of detail that goes into these cars, and the difference always astounds me that people keep coming up with new things to do and new things to see. Love the little Esky, how cool is that? So this event runs over 2 days, and on the Saturday and the Sunday, and just a really wide range of cars, like this classic HR LX2 there, and I think it's almost more work to be able to restore a car back to the level than it is to actually do a custom car. Get all those things looking right, and how nice is this Galaxy looking? Beautiful car. So Pro 71, so a lot going on here. You can see the fuel system in the boot, and that goes with what we'll see in the front in a minute. Obviously made to work, massive rear wheels. Got the bigs and little happening in the current trendy wheels at the moment. And the Brodix rocker covers there, obviously hiding something fairly substantial under there. Look at the size of them primaries. Now this one here's been around for quite some years now. We call it back at Summer, that's in the top 10 I think. A GS Hoon, very well put together car, and obviously holding up really well. When these wheels went on this car, that was one of the early ones that had the really deep offset in the Falcon sedan. You'll see in the boot here the little box he's got there, you can buy those from Hoon Customs. So he makes those in various colours, and obviously you can put your logo and stuff on it as well. So check him out on Hoon Customs on Facebook. And here's another car going back, I don't know how many years ago this has been now, but I look at this now and I go, wow, the amount of work that was put into the whole car, but the interior, the amount of fabrication and filler work, and then the paintwork just blows me away. I look at it now and just go, are we actually doing this sort of stuff? I think it's interesting now, the cars that are in that elite level are now far more usable and drivable than what they were when this thing was at the top of the heap. Check out all the paintwork. The amount of masking and clear and re-clearing and getting it to all look like that, and I'm really, really pleased to see it's been maintained at this level. Incredible. Pretty hard to go past the Willys. Stance, wheels, colour. Even got his little baby brother next to it. These things just got such a classic lines about them. Look at the taillight on it. How clever is that? Loving that. Sensational. Now, this was another one of the unveiled cars. This is coming out of Exclusive Customs again, this one. So I believe under quite a lot of years in the build and a lot of family history with this car. Really well finished. Trim's quite distinctive. Look at the way those seats are done. It's something a little bit different. Very nice, lots of hours of polishing in there, but the whole thing looking really tidy. Now if you're into customs, go and check out, we just put up another one just on the custom cars, and there's a longer version of this car because the amount of work in this thing is outstanding. I mean, it's not my style of car, but you've got to admire the amount of work and effort to go into building a car like this. So I've first seen this car down at Motorex, and the amount of work in this car really blows me away. I mean, everywhere you look there's something done to it, almost to the extent that it's too much, but then the longer you look at it you think no, it's not. But unbelievable amount of work. It's got a nice balance about it. I mean, the colour coordination, you know, they have that style of colour with so much chrome, like you would think might not go, but it just on the day it looked really, really good. And then the stand accentuates it as well. Unbelievable. And all the airbrush work in the boot there. Can't comprehend the amount of time it would take to clean all that. Unbelievable. Now this car was here last year and I ran the camera around it because it really is a standout restoration in the sense of it just feels right, the balance looks good. And with a restoration, I find a lot of times the cars are over-restored. Where this car just looked right, it just looked like a brand new Falcon. Unbelievable quality. I'm starting to see more and more of it now. It's actually a 6-cylinder, and it's always that time when, you know, everyone wanted to swap it out and put a V8 in, and here we are with this fully restored XY with the original 6 still in it. And then sitting right just up from it is this C10. How good's this engine bay? I like the fact that they've got a fair bit of stainless and polish on there with all the black and the dark colours, because too often I think there's just too much black. And then the size of the wheels and the stance. Very tasteful, very well put together. Very nice. Now this is a standout car. You walk in the door, this was almost first in the door as you came in the lower level. And that blue was just really popping. Check out the detail on the boot. Anyone that's a painter would understand the amount of effort to get that paint to that level inside a boot is quite difficult. and it's just, the car flows, it looks really good. Oh, didn't get the focus too good there, but anyhow, get an idea what we're looking at. And that's an example of what I was saying about black. It's just black on black on black. I'm not the biggest fan, but I mean, everyone to their own. But what a stunning car. A 32 sedan, eh? So another blown hot rod. Man, they're everywhere now. How sharp's that look? Beautiful gold. I mean, a show like this, we really are spoilt for choice. Just so much to look at, and so many styles and so many colours. So here's another one of those custom cars. So this one's in the other one as well. I've tried to mix it up a bit with this particular one and some more of a coverage of the show, but we did do a special just on the custom cars, so go and check that one out. I like the trimmed up baby seat in the back. Another nice Camaros. So many nice Camaros at this event. Classic centerlines. And then this is really typical of where I think things seem to be going with the very open engine bay and the cross ram, LED lights. Really nice set of wheels on this car. Just enough room for the golf clubs in there by the look of it. Now, this one gets my blood going. Everyone knows I'm a Ford man, but how nice is this car? Classic black, silver, white walls. And how good is that trim? I mean, that just typifies in my mind, you know, that really classic era of car. So well finished. I could own that in a heartbeat. And then we move on to what would have been, I guess, one of the very standout cars at this event. The flow and feel of this car was sensational. And the paint, the consistency and the quality of the paint was unbelievable. So check it out in the other one as well on the customs. There's much more of it in there. And then now I've thrown in some motorbikes. So there was a lot of bikes there. And it's getting hard to sort of cover everything that's at these events. So we've still got a huge amount of footage on hand, so what I'm going to try and do is put some bits and pieces together over the next few weeks or months as we get the opportunity to do so. And there's things like this particular bike that was on show, and really someone's culmination of all the things that they love about their part of the sport, and I'd like to be able to bring some of that to you as well. So this was really a classic, unique thing, and I really loved it, and there was a few more like that. So stay tuned and we'll be back with some more.